On my mirror, start to blush when somebody says your name. In my stomach, there's a pain. You walk in my direction.
Dope soul, dope spirit. This is another law of assumption video. Tips for you. Get what you want, get what you desire. Practice. Practice makes perfect. And yeah, this right here, Neville Goddard, the man, the king, the guy, the OG. He made it very clear. One of the ways to shift your reality and shift your mindset as well is through repetition. Repetition, 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 repetition. Think about it like this, right? You know, I love making analogies. I love having examples. So you go into the gym, right? You go into the gym and there's a certain body part you want to work on. There's something that you want to get together or whatever. And when you're working on this body part, maybe it's your butt. Let's talk about the root of that. Maybe it's your butt. And you're working on your butt to make this muscle grow, to make it grow. It's not used to this muscle that you want to grow. Like, you want it to grow a nice amount. You're going to have some reps up in there. And you know, once you start going to the gym, you make this a routine. It's a habit. You seeing the same people. Hey, boo. You seeing the same people. You doing the same workouts. You're doing the same stuff. It's repetition. It's a routine. Then, out of nowhere, people start telling you, ooh, you get a little bubble back there. I see your growth. Other people will start seeing the growth. And then guess what? You're going to see it. This would not be possible if you were not repeating the same methods, the same daily routine, the same going to the gym on Monday, Wednesdays, Saturdays, doing the same workouts, having, the same reps. You would not see this progress without training your body, training your booty. We're doing the same thing with our brain. Guess what? If you wake up every day, see, the difference between the gym and your brain is you can work your brain every day. Okay, you don't have to have breaks. You don't have to, I'm going to take off manifesting for today. No. This is a lifestyle. This is not a temporary thing. You manifest one thing, you get your goal, you go on to the next. You keep on going. I got a book of a list, and I just cross off things as I go. Okay? So, that is what you want to think about when you have a particular goal, right? Your goal is right here, and you're right here to your goal. It's nothing but space and opportunity right there, just energy. Time is made up by humans, for real. So, we just got to get to that goal. How you going to get to that goal? Through repetition. So, I'm going to tell you guys how to wake up and want to do that every day. This is what Neville Goddard used to say back in the day. Persistence in assumption hardens into fact. Okay? And if you actually have any of his books, you know he talked like he from back in the day, because that's how they used to talk. So you got to kind of, you know what I'm saying, translate it a little bit. So that just means if you are persistent within your assumptions, within your affirmations, within whatever statement you're making, it becomes factual. How does things become factual? Evidence starts to pop up. Your whole world is going to start to show you evidence. You're going to see it everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. Maybe other people might say it. You might hear something on TV, the radio. Something is going to let you know this is showing up in your world. Whether it's dreams, maybe somebody repeats like an affirmation back to you. Maybe something is going to happen where it's not a coincidence. Okay, because there's no such thing as a coincidence in my world. But something is going to pop up and it's going to show you. And you're going to be like, I'm on the right path. I'm on the right track. I'm doing the right thing. And you keep going and you keep going and you just keep going. You don't put a time period on it. This is people's biggest mistake. Oh, when is it going to come? Okay, this is showing me this, but it's not here yet. Baby, I've learned... You don't know if it's going to come in the next hour. You don't know if it's going to come in the next year. You just have to sit back and relax. You just have to. Because we don't know the exact time and date. I'm sorry. If I would have known, baby, I probably wouldn't even be manifesting. Okay? So just keep on. Persistence, how can you fail? By showing up for yourself every day. It's impossible to fail if you show up and you are repeating the same method. Think about it like clay, right? You mold in clay, you leave an impression into clay, and eventually the clay forms into what you want it to form into. You're just putting it into whatever shape that you want. This is the same thing you're doing with your brain. Every single day, whether the thoughts is good or bad, whether it's intentional, not, you are molding your brain into a certain reality, right? So if you're, this is why one of my pet peeves is complaining, because when you really sit down and you learn about energy, the law of assumption, just you really sit and you learn about how sensitive your brain is, how everything leaves an impression on your brain, you will stop complaining. And even if you do complain here and there, you might catch yourself like, oh, nope, I'm grateful, gratitude. Like, because life will humble you, okay? Don't get it twisted. Law of assumption is not just good thoughts, okay? I want you to have good thoughts so you can manifest what you want. But on a regular basis, of course, we're not going to have good thoughts. Sometimes things can happen where our thoughts kind of take the wrong path, or maybe we're just having a bad day. You still persist through it. So repetition still goes. Whether you're having a bad day, whether you're complaining, repetition can help you also with complaining. So if you are a type of person, and I see this daily, Lord have mercy. If you are the type of person to complain about your situation and you ain't put no work behind it to change it, baby, you're gonna stay there. You're gonna stay stagnant. You're not, like, what is gonna change? Like, if you're complaining about your partner but you ain't leaving them, hello? If you're complaining about that job but you still there, hello? Stop complaining about things you're not altering. If you sit and you actually work on certain affirmations to go with your partner or certain affirmations to go with your job, you can eventually put yourself in a whole different situation, right? If you're not happy, you're the only person in this world preventing you from being happy. Nobody else can stop you from getting to your goal unless you allow them to, unless you give them the power to. But your thoughts is what can prevent you from getting your way, okay? So is repetition just about repeating affirmations? No, it's your actions as well, right? So again, back to the gym analogy or whatever. If I'm going to the gym and I'm working on the same things, something is going to have to change within me doing that, right? So it's just not the reps. Now I might have to do it until failure. You know, your body is going to be used to the same reps, the same thing over and over. So you're going to have to alter something, whether it's up the protein, up something, whatever the case may be. It's the same thing with your affirmations. What are you putting behind your affirmations? Are you working outside of your affirmations? You can affirm until you're blue in the face, child. But what are you doing outside of that, right? If you are working on self-concept and you want to change the image of yourself and you want to feel better about yourself, what are you doing outside of affirming? Are you taking yourself out on dates, or are you waiting on other people to take you on a date? Are you waiting for somebody to treat you a certain way when you can do that yourself? Go to the mall, get yourself something nice, order yourself something nice, talk to yourself nice, go do your makeup, do something out of the blue, right? And make this a habit. Take yourself on an ABC date. You know, it's the alphabet dating thing. I saw like this challenge. You can go through that A through Z. Okay, do nice things for yourself if you are working on self-concept. Same thing if you are trying to attract money. What are you doing behind the scenes, right? Are you going to the club and spending all this money on bottles, knowing doggone well you can get that bottle up the store for $150 less? Are you showing out? Are you trying to keep up with everybody around you when you know you okay? Are you buying stuff just to show it off, or what are you doing behind the scene, right? That's keeping you in the same place that you are. Yes, affirmations work alone, but you have to put things behind it to see the results that you really want to see. Your subconscious does not know what is real and what is not. Your subconscious only knows what you are going to repeat to it. So it's kind of the thing with people with anxiety, right? A lot of people are anxious of a future. They don't even know what's going on. That's not reality, right? Anxiety is literally like your brain playing tricks on you. Like, you could just be sitting out the blue and you just get anxiety. Like, it's basically the same thing, right? In order to calm yourself down with anxiety, there's different things for you to do. You focus on what is around you. You get yourself in the present moment. You calm down. You do a little meditation, whatever the case may be. When you are every day saying things to yourself, oh, I'm just not happy with life. I'm not getting my way. Nothing ever goes my way. Your brain doesn't know that you're complaining is maybe you're venting, or you're just getting things out, or whatever the case may be. The brain does not know how to pick up on that. So the brain goes, oh, this is the thought, so this is what is true. This is what we are going to go with. Unhappiness, we're going to keep that here. Yes. No, that's why complaining is just useless, because you're not going to get anywhere with just complaining and reaffirming the same thing over and over. You're just not. The negative, you're not going to get anywhere reaffirming that. So if you know that your subconscious does not know what is true and what is false, that will help you go forward. Like, oh, you're going to catch yourself more. You're going to catch yourself every time you complain, every time you're being negative. Wait. Even if it's jokes, you guys. People all the time joke about being broke. Your subconscious don't know that. So now you're going to get situations where you're going to remain broke. I'm telling you, your brain is literally like clay. You know how they say kids' brain is like a sponge? Kind of think about it. Your brain don't ever stop being a sponge. It's easy to leave an impression on your brain. The good, the bad, all of it. It's easy to leave a mark. Okay, that's why trauma is like, it takes a toll on a lot of people, because that's there. It's just a mark, scar forever. So think about that with your affirmations, whether it's negative, whether it's positive, you're going to leave a mark. So why not leave a positive one? So the next couple of videos, I'm going to be going over different like techniques, methods that requires repetition, and how you can manifest what you want faster. But I'm going to leave it off on this note. One good way to use repetition to get what you want is through mental conversations. How you are talking to yourself throughout the day. Baby, once you start doing this, it will become a habit. You're training yourself like you're going to train that booty in the gym. You got to think about it like that. If you're training a certain muscle, you got to push yourself through it. You got to keep going. Outside of showing up to the gym, your mental got to be good, right? So it's the same thing with mental conversations. You have to be able to catch yourself when you are having a bad day. You don't feel like affirming. You don't feel like, You got to show up for yourself every day, you know? And a lot of people, they would rather show up for somebody else than show up for themselves. Absolutely not. You come first all the time. I don't care if you got 20 kids. I don't care if you got a husband, a wife, whatever you have to come first, because nobody can get filled with your cup if it's empty, period. And so, yeah, your mental conversations with yourself is very important. I always give examples because it's important. Say if I'm trying to manifest, I think I used this example before. Say if I'm trying to manifest a call back from a job. A lot of people get anxious when they're not getting a certain result, and automatically they'll go looking, or maybe they'll call, hi, just checking in, or they'll go look and see if the job is still posted. They just basically give themselves anxiety. But really, this is where your mental conversation comes in at with yourself. As soon as you feel that you're overthinking, you're thinking up scenarios or whatever the case may be, you calm yourself down and you give yourself a pep talk. You give yourself a nice pep talk, because the mental conversations with yourself is going to help you. It's going to help you. This is a great technique. So, oh my God, they're not calling me back. I didn't get the job. No. That was silly of me to say. Of course. They are actually calling me back right now to tell me they have been so busy and they have been just going through who they wanted to hire. And of course, that was going to be me. And you can just keep on going with this mental conversation. Like, you want to act like you're on the phone with your best friend. Because again, the brain doesn't know what is true or false. Okay? You're keeping this going. You are tricking your subconscious, no matter what, to stop complaining, to stop being down and negative, and to be positive. Because guess what? Eventually, the universe, everything else is going to have to come through for you. That's just what it is. Everything else is going to follow. You're going to get the evidence. Persistence, facts. You're going to have to start seeing the evidence eventually. So whether that is a phone call from that job, and sometimes what your desire is, you get even better. But your mindset, maybe that one particular job don't call you back, but a job that's closer, that pays way more, calls you and like, you know what, we're interested. Yeah. You know, you just never know what the outcome may be. But just understand, the universe, your higher power, has your greatest good. Okay? Your ancestors, the path that you want, there's no reason that you should be complaining. Okay? You are here. You have a special purpose here. You know the odds for you to be here in this moment, watching this video, talking about this subject in this particular time? Do you know how odd that is? But you're here. You're here and you have a purpose, so you better believe it. Okay? So persistence is key. Keep on going, keep pushing through. Give yourself a pep talk. Pep talks are a must on this journey. Okay? You have to give yourself pep talks. Raise up your vibrations. Put on a playlist. Get it going. Okay? Get it going. But that is all for today. Stay akin to sleep. I think that's going to be the next video. One of the next videos. I have so many videos to make, but that's definitely going to be one, because that is one of my most... Woo! Chef kisses to that one. Chef kisses. Okay? Your sleep... We're going to talk about it. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If there's any videos you want to see, you know what to do. Comment. And if you ain't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Come join the team. Come join the family so we can get what we want in this life. Okay? Until next time.
Picture on my mirror. Start to blush when somebody says your name. In my stomach there's a pain. You walk in my direction.